Hey there, I just want to say yoga can be for everyone. However, it is your responsibility to determine if you are ready and able to perform this workout video. If you or a family member have a history of heart disease, high blood pressure, or are obese with any physical or medical condition that could be aggravated by a physical activity, please consult a physician before proceeding. If you are pregnant, also consider consulting a physician. If you have any history of injury such as neck, back, shoulder, or knee, please proceed with caution and stop immediately if you feel any pain, lightheadedness, or nausea. The user assumes all risks. Thanks, and I'll see you on the mat. Is that it? That's it, folks. Welcome back to Connection Yoga. My name's Kat, and this is Roscoe here today for another pose breakdown. As you can tell, I am seated because we are doing a seated pose today that is, it's a good one. It's just gonna be good. We're gonna get anatomical, we're gonna get a little geometrical, and it's gonna be fabulous and hopefully speak to your body in some way. The pose we are breaking down today is seated wide leg forward fold. So by its own name, you might not think that, oh, I get it. Okay, your legs are wide, you're seated, and you're folding forward. Kind of, you got the gist. But there is so much more little intrinsic action and things that I want to bring to your awareness today. So we're going to do that. As you can see, I've already generally demonstrated the pose. So feel free to go along with me in this pose. If you're warm, maybe exploring a little bit deeper, but this can be a little bit intense. So if you're not warm, just proceed lightly and respectfully of your body's natural boundaries. So wide leg forward fold. We've got some big muscles working here, okay? The gemellus muscles, I wonder, have any of you ever heard of it? Well, I had not. I did not take an anatomy in high school, but I did a little research, and I want to share this knowledge with you about your own body. So we have two muscles called the superior and inferior gemellus, and they are a part of the deep lateral rotators of the hip, meaning that they aid in the lateral rotation of the hip. So meaning the external rotation of the legs and the femur bone from the hip turning outward to the side or backward from the torso. So I'm not standing, but backward from the torso. So these hip movements, these deep muscles aid in it. However, we can experience pain here. I personally have deep-rooted hip pain myself that I've been trying to work through, but it's deep-rooted. As you say, these two muscles are literally the first muscles attached to the top of your hip bone, your iliac crest, before your glutes build out. So that's how deep they are into this huge muscle region that is the backside of your body, okay? And the pain here can result from your hip flexors. So that is the front muscle attaching your thigh bone to your hip bone and to your spine. Your piriformis muscles, hip flexors, if they're too tight, it can cause these muscles that are deep inside you to overextend, overcompensating for the tightness in your hip flexors and essentially becoming overworked, creating pain, discomfort, so on and so forth. I personally have pulled both these muscles, so it makes sense to me that would be something that why I would be feeling this deep pain back here, but no frets. This pose can help dive deep in there for you. So also it does the back of the legs. So we're doing our calves, our hamstrings, these huge muscles that so many people experience tightness with. They are both being addressed, as well as slight low back extension through the nutation of your SI joint. So that is the like rotation of the tailbone joint area, lifting up as we descend forward to the floor. So now that I've given you the anatomy knowledge that I just recently learned, I'm going to break down this pose for you. So starting with your legs wider than 90-degree angles, hence wide leg seated forward fold. But they don't have to be like wrenched all the way apart. Like if this is enough for you, having them slightly forward, do it. I mean, explore explore them. They all give us more information about our bodies. So wide legs with your toes pointed up and the back of your heels on the earth, as well as the back of your legs. And you want them grounded. However, as I said, a lot of people experience shortness in the back of their legs. It is preferable if you are bringing your toes around in the rotation because of tight legs that is causing for when you lean forward to it all kind of wrench forward and around. Bring blocks under your knees at either the medium or low setting of your block, and just keep those knees bent and allow a little more space there, and you just won't descend as far, but you will be protecting your body and making sure that your legs, your inner knees and your back of your legs and all of this are not overextending, because we're trying to do good things and not hurt ourselves extra here. So knees are pointed up, toes pointed up, and then we want our sit bones, so literally the bottom bones on your pelvis on the earth here, okay? So, yeah, moving on to our spine, our core, all of that. So we want our core lengthening out here. So before you even descend, stack your shoulders over your hips and take a breath in. Fill this part of your body and get tall, get long. Exhaling, holding it there. And then inhale, see if you can grab a little more length. And then with that next exhale, you can start to descend. Again, with each descent, checking in with your toes, making sure they're pointing up. Noticing if the backs of your legs are screaming, if they are just pulling up, pulling your sit bones off of the ground to come back up. And like, if you don't have blocks, you can put rolled up t-shirts, rolled up towels, pillows under your legs, like whatever serves you and is available to you. But if you don't, you just stay up taller. Okay, we can work with our own bodies without props. Just don't get greedy. Okay, it's not a competition to see who is the first to get their face to the ground in this forward fold. It is not about that, especially since these muscles, the inner thighs, the back of the legs, the hips, speak to so many people out there. This can be an intense one, so proceed lightly and honor, again, your natural boundaries. So as you start to extend forward, you can start to shine your heart more, making sure that you are still extending and not humping back, okay? And that's it. I mean, you start to work yourself forward, but you want to keep your hips grounded if you can, you know? Use blocks on the front side if you like. If you need that support, you can put them down, put your arms on them so that you can just rest a little more comfortably. As you go deeper, you can put your head on it. You can make a little tower of blocks to put your head on. Anything to where you can create softness within the length. Because if you're fighting it, if you're wrenching forward, you're like, I've got to reach. You're just working more than releasing. And we want to release deep in this pose. So that's about it, I believe. Again, play with the different stances. You don't have to have your legs as wide. Bring your legs in a little closer, and that will give you a little more playroom with the inner parts of your thighs for the descent forward. If you're really wanting to access more of that hip penetration, then bring your legs a little bit closer, and then you can move forward again with that length. Okay, that's wide leg forward fold. You can do so many other things here. Maybe I'll do a whole nother video about different side bends and twists and stuff that we can do in this pose. But for now, I just wanted to focus on the central positioning here and building a foundation for a pose that is amazing. I hope you feel something. If you don't, cool. Your body is super cool, and please let me know below and tell me your secrets to keep your body like that. So I digress. Thank you again for being here today. If you liked this video, go ahead and put a like below. I would greatly appreciate it. And even subscribe. Hit the notification button so you know when each video comes out. And I will see you all next time on the mat. Have a beautiful day, and namaste.